First discussion of the day is going to be the Will Smith apology. So, the Will Smith apology, like I said, he jumped on his YouTube channel, did a short 6 minute kind of video apologizing to Chris Rock. Of course, most people know at this point what
Hello
Will
there.
Smith did. Thank you. Hey, Darth Cabbage, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
Hey,
Um,
Dark, what's going on?
did a short kind of video apologizing to Chris Rock. Obviously, people know about the slap. We had a big discussion about it on the channel um, with a variety of different people about their different perspectives on it, which you can watch on the YouTube channel below. I don't think I ever got. I don't think I ever got your thoughts on it. What was your thoughts on the slap at the Oscars?
On the slap, I mean, the slap itself, I think I watched it with everybody when that slap happened or whatever. It was wild, man. I really thought it was just unnecessary, to be honest, as much as, I like shit like that or whatever. I thought it was a bit unnecessary to even happen at that time. So, and at first I thought it kind of wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, no, this is real. When he got loud, he got real. But yeah, oh, no, I just thought it was unnecessary, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah. So he did sit down addressing some of the kind of the biggest questions that people had about it. Like for instance, why didn't you apologize to Chris? When you went up there for your acceptance speech when you won. He kind of went into that of going like I just kind of was in a fog at that point. I didn't really know what was kind of going on. He also talked about did people also had the rumor theory that Jada told him to slap him after she rolled her eyes about the joke. He said no, that's not true. So it kind of details a lot of stuff like that. Did you get a chance to check out the apology video?
Yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I watched other people react to it, so that's how I kind of got to check it out.
Mm, okay. And what were your thoughts on it?
Shit, man. I know he been apologizing. It's like his what third or fourth apology.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
The
it's been
apology tour. Yeah.
yeah, it's been fucking with him a little bit, man. And at first, I'm gonna be honest with you. At first, I was like, man, fuck him. He should have been did this. But then after thinking about it, I was like, damn, he did apologize to multiple times already. So he was caught up in the moment of being like the big guy, whatever, in front of his woman. And
Mm,
I think I can understand that like fully. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, looking back at that and looking back at like people just reacting to it, I have a different sense of just not to say, oh fuck him, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
I don't think it really was fucking with him at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It was really fucking with him and his image at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So and if he never gave a fuck about that part of his image, he would never say it, or never do it or never apologize. So yeah, kudos to Will, man, for continuously trying to apologize, but I think Chris Rock is still going to ignore him and still keep the jokes going. So, because
yeah.
maybe Chris is spiteful motherfucker, and just won't let it go. You know what I'm saying? Won't let it go or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I see it. I see the right. I see the right on that part too. Slap this man on a big stage.
Yeah. He slapped him on a huge in front of millions of people.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, he mentions at the beginning of the video how he's tried to reach out, call him, and Chris Rock hasn't returned his calls. So you may ask, why is he doing such a big public apology on it, on like a YouTube channel or everything like that. That could be part of the reason since he's not, answering. He just, wanted to kind of bring it out there for people and maybe, have Chris Rock see it at his own, leisure, whether or not he wanted to take a look at it or not take a look at it and instead of just calling him and not returning his calls. So that could be a reason why. As far as judging the sincerity of the video, it's hard to know ever 100% what's in a person's heart. What they believe and uh, you know how they kind of see things and what they're kind of in the motivations behind their actions. Obviously, you can look at
Hmm.
this and say like, well, obviously he's doing it to repair his career, so he can will continue to be in big movies and be hired. Which I mean, there was reports like when the slap first happened, how he's being dropped from this or dropped from that, or this was being held back, or this was being delayed. I think all it takes is like some time to, to go by for a lot of celebrities, and then they'll pick up right where they kind of left off. Like there's people who've done much worse and been accused
Mm.
of things, and you know what I mean, and their careers kind of rebound. It doesn't take that long really.
Mm.
So even though there was kind of reports of that, some people saying, well, Will Smith's being dropped from this or this is project's being delayed, they're still going to continue with it eventually. It's just going to take some time until they go like, let's just let this kind of wash over and then we'll back to business. But yeah, also, yeah, so it could be, also you have to keep that in mind. It could be a business thing of wanting to
Mm.
kind of, save face in front of the public. Yeah,
Yeah, it could still be that at this point, and then at the same time, the he could also we could take this side. He also feel like the damage is done, and he just wants to repair that friendship that he had, what I'm saying, or whatever that he had with Chris and his brother Tony.
yeah. And he makes apologies not only to Chris, but to Chris's brother, to Chris's mother, who both they came out and they talked about it. And they didn't mince words. They were very much had a lot of vicious words to say about Will Smith and what he did. And if Chris Rock, I mean, he'll probably never apologize. I mean, he'll never accept Will Smith's apology. And
I think he will. I think he will one day. I think he's just looking and saying like, go ahead, let him bleed until he needs to not bleed no more.
mm,
Because people, folks is grown, man. I like I said, I think he's gonna let it go out, but I think it's gonna be at a point where he's just gonna call folk and be like, you gonna give me the fade, or we just gonna piece it up.
they should just hop in a boxing ring like Rocky and Apollo. Just what I mean. Just square up. Maybe do something like that.
Or a little square room or something, a little office or something.
Yeah.
Go at it.
Darth Cabbage said he should have just let it be. Shit, I forgot all about it until that video. I mean, the slap does feel kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's because so many major things have happened. You know what I mean? Roe v. Wade has been overturned, and this has happened, and that has happened. It's like, all right, yeah, Will Smith did slap the shit out of Chris Rock. All right, yeah, that did
Mm.
happen. So I don't know. I mean, I understand him kind of wanting to clear the air. You know what I mean? And really put his heart out there about things, and really address it maybe one final time. I don't know. Maybe he'll apologize again. He'll do a part two. You know what I mean, or something like that. I don't know, but I could kind of see that. Yeah, I mean, do you think it was too of a professional type of setup? You know what I mean? Do you think it was too kind of, did that kind of take away from some of it? The setup of it, him like sitting in this room and different camera angles and him doing all
No,
this.
man. I think that's just Will. Because even when he first started doing like the social media shit, period, he always cared about the quality of how it looked or whatever. So I don't fault that man for that. Wanted it to look somewhat good. You know what I'm saying? And all he did was just put a few lights in there. Just put a few lights and a few cameras. He had two cameras in there. So I mean, what else you want to do? Look at a phone all dumb as hell? Like, yeah, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I think he wanted to make it. I think he wanted to package it. The fact that he wanted to package it, hopefully, hopefully that man is one of meaning that he want to do something good. By doing this, and hopefully that's what it means that this shit is eating at him. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, but all prayers to the brother though. Hope he alright, man. Hope he alright. Shit. But who really gives a fuck about any Will Smith movie that just came out recently? To be honest, Gemini Man was trash.
I mean, I
I'll say
think people cared about Bad Boys. I liked Bad Boys, the third one when that came out.
that was trash too, man.
I don't know. I mean, I think people are interested to see maybe a Bad Boys four. You know what I mean?
No, no, they not. No, they not.
Yeah.
We good, man. We got Bad Boys for life, and I think that's what we was asking for. We was asking for another Bad Boy. When we got it, it just didn't feel like it was just there, even with the action.
Mm. Uh, Yeah, I mean, I think, there have been some people who said that, after this, that they just can't even look at a Will Smith movie or show, you know what I mean? It's just, they can't look at it the same way. They just
Nah,
remember
ain't
the
that
slap
bad.
again.
Ain't that bad. Come on, man. He done slap motherfuckers all through iRobot and all that other shit. Ain't that bad. Calm down, folks.
Uh,
Calm down.
so you have no problem like watching a Will Smith property?
Hell no. I'm still gonna watch Ali. Fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that's how people feel, I mean, I get that. I understand that, if that's how you feel about it, if you have difficulty watching it, some people have said that they go like, yeah, it's not the same. It's kind of made me feel uncomfortable. Like even the Fresh Prince reboot that they have on Peacock, they said like, yeah, just now
Mhm.
that Will Smith I know is attached to it, I don't know, I just feel weird about watching it. So,
Man, please, fuck out of here. Those motherfuckers too sensitive. Get out your ass. You don't need to be watching in the first place. That's stupid as hell. That fucking Will Smith show is pretty fucking good. Fuck out of here.
mm,
Besides a few things that they do, but it's still good.
yeah, yeah, it's kind of decent. Tiger GD said Will Smith is going to be in Lethal Weapon 5. I don't
I
think so.
believe
I don't think so, but yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with the video, I mean, I see, the quality, the setup of it, very professional. Maybe that, some people might think it hurts the apology, helps the apology, in this format, broadcasting it to the world, really just, sitting down, getting all his thoughts out. I don't know if he prepared a lot of it because he has these questions already kind of set up already as you see him kind of
Mhm.
answer. And some of the biggest questions that people had. Some people might just, forgive him because hey, it's Will Smith. I like Will Smith already, and fuck Chris Rock, or some people might just continue to hate him no matter how many times he apologizes because it's like yeah he fucked up and he slapped somebody and embarrassed somebody on a national stage like that and you just can't recover from that.
Yeah.
So it
And I do have to take a little bit back. I'm sorry, Will. I did like your last movie, and I did say you was gonna win the award for that. It's fucked up that you won it at the night that you had to slap another black man. But I did say that. I did say that about his last movie. I'm sorry, Will.
Yeah. King Richard. You like
Yes,
King Richard.
I liked Will and King Richard, and I said it when it came out. I was like, this motherfucker finna win the award. Watch,
Mm. Yeah.
and he won.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah, like you said, that moment was undercut, you know what I mean? Of, like you said, because how many black actors have won Best Actor for an Oscar? I think only a few. Only, like, I think he was, like, with the third one, I think.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
I kind of remember correctly. Somebody fact check that for me in the chat, I believe, or I'll look it up afterwards. But I think, yeah, he was only one of the few people ever to win Best Actor for the
Hello there.
award. Thank you,
Hmm.
Fern 6728 for the follow. Thank you very
Fern
much.
Gully.
Um,
Fern.
yeah. So that the moment with the slap. I mean, it just had much huger ramifications. You know what I mean? Obviously, black man slapping another black man.
Hmm.
Him winning the award and everything like that, and pointing out Hollywood and kind of the fakeness of it of people who were disgusted one moment, then clapping for the dude the next moment, winning the award, and him giving this big emotional speech about, protecting family and being a lover and all this other stuff. And, you know what I mean? That just
Hmm.
completely just rang hollow now that you just committed violence against somebody. Um, so, I mean, there's yeah, a lot of things that slap kind of created issues there. And he mentions,
Yeah.
what I mean, the fact that he took that night away from other nominees, like what I mean, Questlove winning, who won,
Hmm.
and other kind of people who were in
For a
attendance.
great documentary.
Yeah, which we did, Summer Soul, which we did a review of that.
Yeah.
It's up on
For
the
a
channel,
great
you and
documentary.
I.
It was the whole thing of you should have been doing that nigga shit for into another nigga. I mean, that's just what it is. I hate to make it sound like that, but if he would, I I know it's not his responsibility to say that to the public, but if he was to say that, I bet you he would say that to what's day. He'll understand exactly where he's coming from because it just that's how I looked at it. It was like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? You know how you be in a spot, and motherfuckers just be. I was like, come on, y'all, calm down. Y'all gotta be that extra.
Mm.
So it was just a very extra moment. It was an extra moment. It was like when my stepfather would try to fucking try to prove a point because he got cut off in the car or some shit, or some food was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be sitting in the back seat like, oh, here come this motherfucker finna be going crazy. That's exactly what that was for me. I was like,
Mm.
just a little bit, a sign of embarrassment. So, and he probably was very embarrassed, and it's just he has to watch out for his image. I think you can't even blame the man for doing that. But I hope he does come from a sincere place and from a place where we only know his relationship around them or whatever. So, hopefully it comes from a sincere place.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and by the way, so there's only been four black men who've won Best Actor
Mhm.
in the
Okay.
years of the Academy. So it's only ever been four.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully it is from a sincere place. And it seems like he's got a lot of stuff to seem he's working out. He says towards the end of the video how one of his biggest issues and traumas is disappointing other people and not living up kind of the expectations of other people. And Will Smith was the guy that was Mr. Hollywood, big box office success. You know what I mean, and really was this image of what I mean, this successful kind of black man, and even maybe some people might even say kind of corny, kind of maybe black guy, maybe had that image going, but he was like the safe guy. You know what I mean? He was like the safe kind
Yeah.
of a black guy, maybe.
He
Um,
was like he was like, and damn near if you look at a lot of his movies, man, they would. It was at one point, I think, a couple years in a row, damn near every year that he would come out with a movie, that bitch would hit the July 4th. And
yeah,
then it was at some point where his movies would just come out on Christmas. He was Mr. Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, he's doing a lot. He does a lot of big things.
yeah. He was Mr. July. He was Mr. Fourth of July. Yeah,
Yeah.
summertime.
And he
Yeah.
had a couple. He had a couple for Christmas too. I think Ali came out on Christmas. I think King Richard came out around Christmas. I want to say.
I believe so. Maybe I could be wrong.
Mhm.
I don't exactly remember when that movie came out.
I might be wrong on it, but yeah, I do remember when it came out. Like, when it was about to come out and shit.
Yeah. Fern6728 says, "Shit, summertime still hits," which is the Will Smith song.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it's funny. After the slap, I went back and listened to a lot of Will Smith music. I was like, yeah, I mean, he kind of had some decent, kind of had some decent bars. Yeah. Him and DJ Jazzy Jeff as his DJ. Yeah, it was some kind of some bangers back then. That he had. Fern
Hmm.
6728 also said, but yeah, Will Smith was the one to bet on. Yeah, he was a you know a box office star. He was a movie star with the likes
Yeah,
of
it was
like
draw.
Tom Cruise and Denzel Washington. Tom Hanks. He was like that tradition of like movie stars. Like you didn't watch a movie for the property. You watched a movie for the actor, and he was one of the actors that you watched it for. Fern6728 also said, and now he's not. The apology seems to be too little, too late. Yeah. Now I guess now that he's not, I guess a superstar now. Yeah. Yeah.
I think he still is a superstar. Let's not. I don't cut that out. He's still a superstar. So I think he's still just like Gemini Man when it came out. That was big buzz. They're gonna put the marketing dollars behind him. I mean, I guess maybe he can Robbie Downey Jr. himself, but I wouldn't count him out as just not being a superstar. To be honest with
Yeah. I mean, you could. I mean, I think, like I said, people have come back from worse,
you.
and over time, things move so fast that people go, "Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did slap him. Oh, yeah, that happened. Let me go watch this new Will Smith movie anyway." You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
You know,
Time.
you know what it takes. It takes Will Smith to be in that one role
Mm,
that motherfuckers gonna be like, let his ass appear in the motherfucking Marvel movie.
mm.
And motherfuckers go see that, right?
Yeah.
So let him be the bad guy in Blade. You
Well,
don't think
yeah, he
motherfuckers
needs
gonna
a
come
big
out for that?
comeback role. You think that will reverse people on their kind of
Yeah.
like dislike of
Some
him?
something crazy like that. He'd be a bad guy on Blade, dude. Motherfuckers would be going crazy. I already think he could fight.
I don't know. I mean, it kind of made him look small because Chris Rock is a smaller guy than Will Smith, and Will Smith is
Mhm.
kind of more in shape. So I don't know. I don't know if people think he can fight from that,
He was
but
trying to get out in Gemini Man.
yeah. I mean, he keeps himself in good shape. I mean, he's 50 plus right
Mhm.
now, Will Smith, and he really tries to, like, when he was in Bad Boys for Life. You see the scene he's running on the treadmill. Like, he really tries to keep in shape, as best he can. For 50 plus.
I think he would play a nice villain. I think I would like to see him against Blade. If they have like, I don't know if Blade has a rogues gallery of somebody that can, that's like him a little bit, but I think I could see them two getting down, and you get the best of both worlds. You get Will Smith getting his ass beat, and him being a bad guy. I think that will serve him right. And all it's gonna take is that one dude to be like, "Hey, I got the script for you. Watch, Wolverine."
Yeah. Tiger GD said, yeah, Wolverine. He's gonna be the new Wolverine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Fern 6728 says, I think Disney's gonna regret firing him. I don't think was he ever with Disney. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't
don't
think.
think so. I can't think of.
Fern 6728 also said, just no Bright too. Yeah, Bright was terrible. Yeah. Bright was pretty
Mm-hmm.
terrible. I do not want to
I
see
hate
it.
it, bro.
Yeah, the Netflix movie. Yeah, I do not want to see another one of those. But yeah, any final word on it?
Shit. Well, power to him. Like I said, but I hope to see his ass in a crazy role. I want to see him in, to be honest. Just thinking about it now, that's usually what happens, what people do. Never know, that motherfucker might pop up in Fast and Furious or some shit.
Yeah.
I can see him in that.
Says Will Smith's next movie is called Emancipation with Antoine Fuqua. It's an
Mm,
action thriller where Will Smith he plays like a slave. So
mm.
that's this is like
Hey,
his next role there.
there you go. That's something shocking.
Yeah.
Get the people talking.
Yeah, I guess
Get the people going.
he's finally gonna do his Django Unchained, I guess, because he was originally, I think Quentin Tarantino originally wanted Will Smith for. I think he was doing that. Then they went with Jamie Foxx for
Will
that.
Smith trying to redo all of his shit that he missed out. The Matrix, all that shit. That's why he did iRobot.
Uh, let's see. Fern 6728 said, and he's not gonna be Genie for the Aladdin sequel. I didn't hear about that. Huh? I didn't hear about
They'll
that.
need to be they'll need to be the Latin anyway. That shit was whack.
Yeah.
That shit was bad.
It did make a lot of money. Aladdin did make $1 billion. It did make $1 billion. Um,
Well, well, shit. I need to wake up and see that. I didn't see that little buzz going out, but that shit happened.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was the Will Smith apology. Hopefully, I don't know. Chris Rock can, you know, move on, or Will Smith can move on, and everything like that. I mean, they're both, millionaires, they're both rich. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Man, he gonna call that fool. He'll be alright,
Yeah.
and they gonna be in a movie together. That's when they gonna do it.
Be in a movie together, yeah. Or maybe Will Smith shows up at Chris Rock's stand-up show, and then just sits there while you just roast him for an hour, hour
Yeah,
plus.
I can work too. I can
Yeah.
work too. Yeah, but I can see them showing up in a movie too together.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on.